Hello everyone, my name is Amber and today I'm going to introduce Ryoan-ji, a traditional and precious Zen temple in Japan, focusing on the garden design of it and give you guys some ideas of Zen and rock garden. So let's have a quick introduction about Ryoan-ji first. Built in 1450, Muromachi period, Ryoan-ji is a Zen temple located in Kyoto, Japan. It's most known for its spectacular garden design. There's a rock garden with dry landscape called Kale-sansui that brings Ryoan-ji unshakable status in Japan. Also, it is praised by Queen Elizabeth and became the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So as you can see, this is the courtyard of raked gravel in the monastery garden of Ryoan-ji. A fresh, minimalist clarity may look modern, but it has remained unchanged since the 15th century. Here, I am going to talk about how the rock garden was built and what are the elements contained in it. First, the rock garden was most influenced by the Zen. According to history, Zen originated in India. It was first introduced into Japan as early as 653 to 656 AD in the Asuka period. The essential element of Zen Buddhism is found in its name, for Zen means meditation. In Heian period, Zen garden was first to appear. At that time, the main garden style in Japan was Chisen Kaiyu style garden. That's a style of Japanese garden with a path around the central pond and spring. This kind of style was largely used to provide stimulation for the stroller's mind. They are designed to incorporate a combination of vistas and hidden paths. In Muromachi period, the constructor of Ryoan-ji combined two elements of Zen and Chisen Kaiyu style, and thus Ryoan-ji was constructed. The setting of the garden was inspired by Chinese shanshui painting and to mimic a coastal landscape in Japan to create the scenery. Shanshui refers to a style of traditional Chinese painting that involves or depicts scenery or nature landscapes, using a brush and ink rather than more conventional paints. Zen Buddhism emphasized on simplicity and the importance of the natural world and thus generated a distinctive aesthetic, which is expressed by the terms wabi and sabi. These two amorphous concepts are used to express a sense of rusticity. Sand is raked to represent the sea. The constructors place 15 rocks on top of the sand to make a soothing pattern, then add plants, but use them in the minimum. Use spreading mosses instead of upright ones. The courtyard was surrounded by yellow walls. The clay wall, which is stained by age with subtle brown and orange tones, reflects sabi, and the rock garden reflects wabi, together reflecting the Japanese worldview of aesthetic of wabi-sabi. In the garden, rocks are placed as hills and gravels as a sea to create dry landscape. Although there is no water in the scene, people can feel islands, ocean, mountains, bridges, and flows. It expresses a sense of rusticity and stillness. Here we can see there are 15 rocks in the rock garden. About the rocks, some say the rock garden adopts Western techniques such as odd grouping. 3, 5, and 7 rocks were grouped and arranged according to the golden ratio to a more pleasing landscape to eyes. Also, 15 is a perfect number in ancient China, since in the lunar calendar 15th is the day to have a full moon. 15 means full and perfect. Although there were 15 rocks in the garden, you could only see 14 rocks in any angle. The message behind this scene is that things are never perfect. It depends on how to see the issue from a different perspective. It is said that only enlightened people can see 15 rocks and truly gain peace of mind. In rock garden, sand is raked into round, spiral, or rippled pattern to represent the sea. The rocks symbolize hills are surrounded by white gravels, which are carefully raked each day by the monks. Gravels raking is a good practice for monks to keep minds calm and be able to concentrate on their practice. So, this is the end of my share. Hope you guys can all visit this gorgeous temple. Maybe you can get some hints about life and get enlightened. Thank you for your attention.